Welcome to English with Teacher. I'm Teacher. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. So, today we're going to be doing some advanced English conversation. We're going to be doing this out of the Bible, and it'll be Corinthians 14, verses 1 to 12. So, please like, share, subscribe. Drop a comment. I see that I'm getting more people watching the videos, and that's great, and people are more interested in the content. I love that, totally. But nobody's asking me any questions or giving me any feedback on anything. So please leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. That helps a lot too. So thank you very much. Next, I would like to allow my wonderful, astounding co-host to please introduce himself. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Hi teacher, hi everyone, I'm Phat. I'm 17 years old from Vietnam.
Thank you very much for joining me today, Phat. So, let's start out. I will get you to read the verses in front of you.
Yes. Tongues and prophecy. Let love be your highest goal, but you should also desire the special
Hang on. Desire
the special abilities the Spirit gives, especially the ability to prophesy. For if you have the ability to speak in tongues, you will be talking only to God, since people won't be able to understand you. You will be speaking by the power of the Spirit, but it will all be mysterious. But one who prophesies strength others, encourage them, and
encourages
them, and comforts them. A person who speaks in tongues is strengthened personally, but one who speaks a word of prophecy strengthens of entire church. I wish you could all speak in tongues, but even more I wish you could all prophecy. For prophecy is greater than speaking in tongues.
Tongues. Right.
Tongues. Unless someone interprets what you are saying, so that the whole church will be strengthened. Dear brothers and sisters, if I should come to you speaking in an unknown language, how would that help you? But if I bring you a revelation or some special knowledge or prophecy or teaching that will be helpful, even lifeless instruments like the flute or the harp must play the notes clearly, or not one will recognize the melody. And if the polar doesn't sound a clear call, how will the soldiers No, they are being called to paddle.
Okay, soldiers.
Soldier.
Soldiers.
Soldiers.
Right.
Soldiers. No, they are being called to paddle. It's the same for you. If you speak to people in words they don't understand, how will they know that you are saying? You might as well be talking into empty space. There are many different languages in the world, and every language has meaning. But if I don't understand a language, I will be a foreigner to someone who speaks it, and the one who speaks it will be a foreigner to me. And the same is true for you, since you are so eager to have the special abilities. The Spirit gives six those that will strengthen the whole church.
Very good, very good. Your reading today was excellent, sir. There's only a few little hiccups, but yeah, that was a good job. So, okay, let's look at the first paragraph, 1 to 4.
Huh?
Let's look at the first paragraph, 1 to 4. And what do you think it means?
Number 1. We are now we are let love be high grow.
Okay, hang on. We are to let love.
We are to let love
be our highest goal.
Highest goal.
Right. So love should be our biggest priority.
Yeah. And our should also deserve the special abilities the Spirit gives express clearly ability to prophecy.
Okay, it's tricky because it depends on the sentence. To tell a prophecy is to prophesy. So the ability to prophesy. But it's spelt the same. I didn't correct you on it because it's really confusing. And this is the only place you're ever going to see this word is in the Bible. But just so you know, it's weird the way you use it, okay? It depends on if it's a verb or if it's a noun or whatever. It's pronounced differently even if it has the same spelling. So, yeah, it's English. Okay, so do you know what the ability to prophesy is?
Prophesy?
Right.
I think I think prophecy is um, sacrifice of God give hour.
No. Okay, so this is essential for understanding this chapter of the Bible. Okay, so you had the ancient prophets. Okay, and these are people who told about Jesus coming like 600 years before he came. So to prophesy is to get a message directly from God. Right? Now, God could give me something to tell you. Right? God could give me a message and it'll be Phat. You should study this part of the Bible and it will tell you what to do with your life or tell you what to do in this situation or something, right? Because God told me that to tell you. So to get a prophecy, God speaks to you a message to give to other people to help them. Okay? And it could be something big, it could be something small, it could be something to help your mother, it could be something to help the entire church. Right? But it's God just giving you a message that you have to tell people. And that's a prophecy. Okay? The difference between that and speaking in tongues, when you're speaking in tongues, you're communicating a personal message with God. Right? So it helps you, but it doesn't help the church or other people around you. You understand that?
Huh?
It helps you because you're communicating with God when you're speaking tongues, right? But it doesn't help the people around you. It doesn't help the church. It only helps you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think?
I think that I don't see God. I don't speak with God. But through the prophet, I know sacrifice of God.
Right, the sacrifice of God, yes. Now, God will speak to you. So be open to it. He might not speak to you all the time, he might not, but one day, God is going to have a message for you to give to someone else. Okay? So be ready for it. It's happened to me. It's happened when I least expected it. Right? But God used me to speak to someone else. So basically, I told this person what God wanted him to hear, not what I wanted him to hear. And it just, God came out of me. So it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen to me often. It's only happened maybe a few times in my life. But you have to be open to it. Because there's going to be a situation when you're talking to someone, and God's going to use you to talk to them. Okay? So that's something that we have to be aware of as Christians. God can use us at any time. Very good. So, see, and the rest of this is Paul repeating the same thing, right? He explains why, I wish I could speak in tongues, but I wish I could prophesy. I wish I could tell prophecy better, more, right? Because, like I said, telling prophecy is being able to convey God's will and what God wants to happen and what is going to happen. Okay? Is there anything you want to add to this, sir? Is there anything that you want to ask? Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Now, today, many churches in Vietnam do not accept speaking don't believe Taurus and prophesy is true or false.
Judges. What do you mean judges?
Church.
Like
many church in Vietnam.
Church. Oh, churches in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Speaking in tongues has never been important to me. I think some people exaggerate it and some people fake it in some churches. I'm not saying that it isn't a real thing. I think some of it is done for show and some of it's not genuine. Okay. I think prophecy comes to a lot of people. Okay. I don't think it comes the way it did in the books of the prophets. Okay. I don't think that God lays out detailed messages for people like he did back then. I think, but I think in minor ways, God still gives people prophetic messages. And God still speaks through people. I don't think it's as big and elaborate as it used to be, but I think in a smaller context, he still does it. Okay, that's been my experience. I've experienced that. You might call it prophecy. You might call it God speaking through you. Right? The Holy Spirit speaking through you. Like, there's probably a bunch of different terms for it. I think it's the same thing. I just don't think it's as big as it used to be. I think God used to speak a lot more powerfully, and I think that he used to give a lot more information to people. But honestly, I don't think that we have a clean enough heart, most of us, to use what God would tell us in a good way. Right? Most people would find out some way to use it for greed. So, but I still think he does. You might not call it prophecy, but I still think God gives us messages and speaks to us. Because I've experienced it. Anything else?
Yes.
What?
No.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Okay. So like I said, that's been my experience. I've had things that I've told people. I've interpreted things. I've interpreted people's dreams like a prophet. And they've been very accurate. So yes, God will speak through us if we allow him. And he will give you insight that other people don't have if you allow him. But like I said, I don't think it's as big and elaborate as it used to be with the prophets. I don't think there's many people who have a clean enough heart for that they wouldn't abuse the information God gave them in some way. So that's what I think about that. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. It's what makes sense to me with what I've experienced and what I've seen. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much for joining me today. As I said, when you're reading this, a lot of it repeats the same themes. But the overall theme is speaking in tongues is okay, but it only helps the person. Speaking of prophecy helps everyone. So we should focus more on prophecy and less on speaking in tongues. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you everyone at home for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned from it, and I hope to see you all in the next lesson. Have a great day.